I'm Dave Wurzel.
I'm Adam Nelson.
And this is Palos Stories Then and Now, 2026. You ready for the next chapter?
I'm ready. Dave, what's the then and now today? What do we got on the agenda?
Palos Gun Club.
Dave, hate to be the guy, but I don't see a gun club. I see a few restaurants, a bank, a gas station. I don't think anyone's shooting guns over here.
And yet, thankfully, we are at the site of the first Palos Gun Club. 1937, if you can imagine, on the northwest corner of 127th and Harlem, you had the Palos Gun Club. You can imagine 1937. Do you remember the show about Bartlett Homes?
I do.
All right.
Do you remember that one?
That is just the beginning. Bartlett Homes, the property is being divided, housing is starting to come in. And anyway, they end up moving to what will be their next location, where they'll be for quite a long time still.
Do we know where that location is at?
I think we can go find it.
Let's go check it out.
Let's take a look.
All right, Dave. We're standing in the middle of the road. We're right off Route 83. Two roads going here. Lake Catherine back there.
Yeah.
I still don't see a gun range.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a gun club area, does it? No. But actually, we are probably in 1938, we are standing in would have been the north-south road right here. These two either side probably did not exist.
Yeah.
And the gun club, parking lot that way, clubhouse right over there, old renovated real estate office for a while, and then in a shooting range.
Yeah, Dave, I'm looking over there. There's no clubhouse. There's a house, but not a clubhouse.
Not a clubhouse.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is they took over an office. They had to renovate it. Several years later, 1969, they'll actually build a two-story structure. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll have a balcony. They can overlook the range. It's got a lounge, snack bar, their offices. So that'll eventually come too.
Yeah.
Right.
So what kind of shooting were they doing here?
Skeet shooting. Right?
Yeah.
Probably like you've seen in movies or TV, pull and a clay pigeon and, kapow with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And skeet shooting was a big deal. Matter of fact, this shooting range was incredibly popular. A lot of members. They hosted competitions during the year.
Yeah.
The big one, the Windy City Wind-Up, drew shooters from all over the Midwest, cash prizes. So this is a big deal. This was a venue. I mean, they had fireworks shows on the 4th of July. This is where people came to see the show. So anyway, you've got the competition. If you can imagine, people come from all over to compete here.
Yeah, so it's like a place for a community, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around. Were they all just standing next to each other shooting?
Sure.
Or what was going on? Like,
Right.
where are they shooting from?
No, that's an excellent question. Eventually, they'll have 8 towers, 8 gun towers that, within a range that they're shooting from. A skeet is being launched. And they kind of arc like this back behind us still.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm going to say, Dave. I don't see any towers. Where did those go?
Want to find one?
Let's go.
Let's see if we can find a gun tower.
So, Dave, now we're in the middle of a bike path with a lot of houses and business around. How did they pull this off?
So if you picture 1938 and then into the 70s, there's actually very little out here. None of the condos exist, none of the businesses exist. They'll start to get developed. So right in this ballpark, we're estimating, if you extend 76 down, they had these gun tower emplacements where, they would line up to shoot, and they had 8 of them at one point, and they kind of arced like right through here. So we're at like the furthest end of one of the, where the towers, where the range was. And they would have extended all the way back that way in this kind of, half arc thing. Yeah. And so when you think about 8 towers, I mean,
That's a lot of land.
It is a lot of land.
How much land?
How much land?
How much land?
Yeah, at the Palos Gun Club, it's kind of interesting. I mean, because you think about they did it through, contributions and donor memberships and things like that. They had 26 acres here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so 26 acres for the range, gun towers, clubhouse. They had a lot going on. Very, very popular, doing very, very well, but times will end up changing.
Yeah. So how fast did the houses and things develop around it?
So what really kind of triggered that was in 1979, they had to take down some 3 towers at the far end that way because shot was landing too close to some of the office buildings that had gone up. And then they started having, zoning started to change, taxing became an issue for them. So they kind of were put into some upheaval, and at that point, it's going to be very close to the end of the Palos Gun Club, at least here.
It's here, okay. So it seems to be most things are gone, but I know earlier you said the clubhouse moved. Is there anything left of that?
Yes. So when they rebuilt their 2-story one with the balcony and all that, that building actually does still exist. We can see something from the gun club.
Can we check it out?
Let's go check it out.
Dave, I see beautiful Lake Catherine, but nothing that looks like a gun club.
Yeah, it is a beautiful lake. I wanted you to see this because if we're looking this way along the length of Lake Catherine, you can see a structure way out in the background. We're looking at where the shot would have landed. So you had the towers out there, tower, and they were shooting into. So Lake Catherine actually didn't exist. It was a man-made lake. Okay. So the mayor of Palos Heights, this is going to the mid-'80s now, decided that this could be a good location for a nature area, hiking trails and, just a beautiful natural setting. And so they had to negotiate with the Greater Chicago Water Reclamation District to get some land here that actually goes all the way to the other side of Harlem Avenue. Yeah. But looking this way, they had to clean out debris, all kinds of lead shot, and then dig out what in effect would become a 20-acre lake.
So that seems like a very hefty project.
Yeah.
Do you know how they came up with this idea?
Yeah, and actually the story about the inspiration for it is really good, and the naming of it, Lake Catherine, maybe?
Yeah. A future show?
A future show.
Future show.
But yeah, so, this is the view I wanted you to see because the towers would have been there, working that way, and you would have had shot firing into Lake Catherine this way.
So there's a lot of towers there and shooting this way. And then there's something behind us that says Palos School. So did there used to be a school here while they were shooting?
Seems like a dangerous idea, right? Have a school here. Actually, no. Excellent question. This is an archway from the original school, and it was moved here and was never here when the gun club existed.
Never at the same time.
No.
I'm happy about that. That's good. All right, let's get back on track. You said you'd show me the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Where did that end?
So actually, we can see it far across the lake. Want to go check it out?
Let's check it out.
All right, let's do that.
All right, Dave, I finally see the beautiful gun club building. But how and when did it get here?
Yeah, great question, because this is not where it was. We know before it was much closer to Route 83. The parking lot was right there. So in the mid-'80s, the gun club closes in '86. Okay. In the mid-'80s, the city, the mayor, Eugene Simpson, they're negotiating to, get this land from the Reclamation District.
Yeah.
With the envision of doing the nature center, right? And so they begin this. Right, man-made 20-acre lake. They start excavating it, cleaning it out, the shot and all that. Eventually, the waterfall a couple years later.
Yeah.
The building, they actually moved in 1989, envisioning it being part of the nature center complex, maybe used as a community center or for seniors, or they had all kinds of ideas for it. Ultimately, they moved it here, and they would build a separate nature center.
Yeah. So if I remember the dates, I'm learning a few things. They're excavating and moving this at similar times.
This would get probably dug out first.
Okay.
And they were trying to figure out what to do with that. And so after this gets dug out, they begin that process. And again, 20 acres. So a few years after working on the lake, they decide, let's move it over.
Let's move it over here.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a gun club anymore.
No,
I know it's for special events, birthday parties, stuff like that. What happened to the gun club?
Yeah, it's interesting. We think of the gun club closed in '86. Well, actually, all it really did was it closed here.
Okay.
And it relocated itself. It still exists. The Palos Sportsman Club is an active, gun club out in Frankfurt, straight down Harlem Avenue, actually, about 240 South. So. Palos Gun Club survived in a fashion, and its legacy is turned into the beautiful Lake Catherine. So there it is.
There it is.
Palos Stories, Palos Gun Club. I'm Dave Wurzel.
I'm Adam Nelson.
Thank you for watching.